Hi, Linfield. It's Aussie Villain. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to our game as well. It should be good. Yeah. But listen, I was thinking, you guys over the years, you've won so many league titles, and, the Welders have never won anything. And I was, you always beat us. So I was thinking, maybe just this once, you could let us get the result. Hello? Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to Season 10, Episode 12 here at H&W Welders on The Impossible Dream. And today it is huge. We have this game coming up against Anderlecht. We're hosting them in the second leg of our European tie. 3-1 up from Belgium. Absolutely stunning. And then we host Linfield in a game that, well, if we can avoid defeat, we'll be 6 points clear with only one more game to play against them. And if we can win, we'll be 9 points clear. And, well, I think we can start celebrating a title if that was to be the case. Now, since last episode, not too much has happened. There's just been the one game in a week in the in-game. So let's go and check in on that one game. It was against Coleraine in the league. So let's see how we did. We took the lead when Gournay played Masson in behind the Coleraine defence. Late cross for McDade to make it 2-0. And McQuaid picked out Masson to make it 3-0 at half-time. Before Masson completed his hat-trick in the second half. So a comfortable win this one. Masson was the hero. Now, annoyingly, I actually didn't want him to take the penalty, but because he was on a hat-trick, I always let them play. Well, supposedly, that's what's supposed to happen. I tried to change it, but didn't change it in time. So McDade, chasing, of course, that league record, 41 goals in a season, so he needs to get to 42. It's come up a little bit short there. He possibly could have had another goal, but we're happy for Masson to get a hat-trick. And it was a very, as I said, a very, very comfortable win as well. Gournay and McQuaid in midfield did quite a good job for us. And you can see it was a bit of a rotated team in any case. So very, very happy with that. Now, let's have a quick look at what it means for the league table ahead of this game against Linfield. You can see they're 6 points ahead. It's a huge game today. It cannot be bigger. And of course, our second leg against Anderlecht. And if we were to get through this second leg, we will also have the draw. I believe that's upcoming for the second knockout round as well. So that'll be exciting to see. Now, there is one thing ahead of this Anderlecht game. And that is this. We are set to break record goals tally in the Europa Conference League. We have 36 goals. The record is 43. Now, given that we're in the knockout rounds, we need 7. So we'd need 8 goals to break the record. Are we going to get there? It's tough, isn't it? It will be tough from here on in. But, I mean, it goes to show exactly how good we are doing in Europe this year that we are even getting a notification that we're approaching a record. But let's go and have a look and see what we're doing here. We, of course, played them in the first leg, 4-2-3-1, which is, I think, what they did in the first leg against us as well. And this is the team we're sending out. It's a tough one to pick a team for this one because we do have that massive game against Linfield coming up. This is the Thursday. The Linfield game isn't until the Monday, so we do have a little bit of extra time. So it's Zayanetti in goal. It's Robin, who we've basically moved him in to be the first choice left back now. It's Gribben, Simpson, and Hill as the back four. Napoleon moves back into a little bit deeper role in midfield with Chambers. It's King, it's Armstrong back in the European squad, and Fisher. It's Davidson going up top, and a strong bench as well with the likes of McDade, Lake, McGreevy, Allen, Min, Pearson, Corker. Come on, boys, let's see this through. Okay, so we can see the team sheets there. There's a lot of familiar names from that first leg, isn't there? It's a sort of score 3-1 away. We probably should be expecting to get through. Yeah, let's point our fingers, say we have faith in them. If we can get the first goal, then that would obviously help. If they get the first goal, we have the away goal advantage, but yeah, that would just make it that little bit more nervous if they were to score first. But hopefully it's not going to be an issue. And I mean, that recent form for them isn't great, is it? And we'll see this out comfortably. It would be my dream one day to have Tillysburn Park host the European games. If we had the same sort of problem, that's a very defensive setup they've got there. We had the same problem at Barla Town, didn't we, last time? We never actually got to host a European tie at our home ground because we just couldn't get the crowds. Now, of course, Barla Town is from the village of Barla, and we were never likely to be able to get the big crowds in. Whereas at least this time we're in Belfast, and there is a chance we could do it. It's a cracking ball for Davidson to find Fisher. Can he pull a ball back? He does. He finds Davidson. Davidson in Europe. He's unstoppable. The 24th of the season. And in the 14th minute, we're 1-0 up on the night, 4-1 up on aggregate, and that should be enough to settle the nerves here. One thing we will look to do, if it is going particularly well, is take off the likes of Fisher, Armstrong and Napoleon, keep them fresh and raring to go for Linfield. We've come straight back, which isn't ideal. Yeah, like I say, it was a bit of a tough selection decision to be made here, just because I do not want to underestimate Anderlecht. And, yeah, I mean, having the Linfield game so close on the back of it is, well, it's tough, isn't it? We've got a good squad, a deep squad, but there is a drop-off between the sort of what we will consider the first 11 and the second 11. Here we go with Fisher getting forward. Can we get 2 and 2? No. Probably not a shot that will live long in the memory for Fisher, actually. Let's give them some praise. They've done well to get that early lead. And we, of course, now need 6 goals to break the Europa Conference League record. Of course, it's a new competition, isn't it? So it's not like it's, 100 years worth of history to break the record. But it would be nice to have, set a high watermark that the rest of Europe can try and chase. It will hopefully, I mean, if all goes well in the league and we find ourselves in the Champions League, this will hopefully be our last campaign in this competition. But we don't want to assume too much. But with the coefficient points, we should be getting into a position where there'll be 2 Champions League places available for Northern Ireland, and possibly even a Europa League place. So all that being the case, you'd like to think, even on a bad season now, we're not going to come worse than 3rd. So, you'd like to think that this may well be our farewell season in the Europa Conference. Chambers, you didn't really need to go to ground there, mate, but that's fine. Good overlapping run from Hill. Can he get the cross in? Davidson is there. We've got back post for Fisher. Fisher at the back post. He hasn't scored a header. Well, there's a first time for everything. I thought that was going in for sure. Napoleon with a corner. He goes towards the back post. It's cleared away. Clearance is completed. Hill, he does brilliantly. Absolutely brilliantly there. We were in a little bit of trouble, but he timed his challenge perfectly. Fisher with an intercepted pass. We're putting good pressure on them when they have possession, aren't we? Napoleon out there for Robin. Robin, good first time ball for Fisher. Fisher doesn't have his scoring boots on today. Who's on the bench? Lake. I hit praise it as the halftime whistle went. Don't worry, boys. I'll tell you in the dressing room. Okay, so we've got to say don't get complacent, don't we? It's going quite well. We've got a demotivated King. Well, mate, you're playing like absolute rubbish. So there we go. What we might do is, given that I don't necessarily want Lake to play against... You can't make subs from this screen, can you? Even that I don't particularly want Lake to play against Linfield, I do want Fisher in that one. So let's make that change. Ideally, so that'll be our min, won't it, against Linfield. So Napoleon could come off for McGreevy. And then we can kind of take Armstrong off for somebody if we need to. But we won't make 2 subs at halftime because that is... well, it's a little silly, isn't it? In case we were to get an injury or something. We'll give them some praise. And Armstrong is looking the tighter of the 2. So maybe we take him off. Okay, we'll do that. We'll take off Armstrong for McGreevy and we can push Napoleon forward. And we might even just leave Napoleon on for the game. He's only playing a 6-5. I mean, it's not been a stunning performance from us, but we've done enough. We did enough in the first leg to win it. And if we can get this clear, we're still not quite picking up properly from a set piece there, are we? We saw, if you're watching the Wales series, we saw we had problems with that with them as well. So there's something about the way I do the set pieces that is not picking up men properly. So... yeah, that's a frustrating one, and I'll have to... I've looked at it. I mean, Wales was killing me with it. There's a good ball to the back post. It's Dylan Lake, and he heads it just over the bar. I honestly can't figure out what it is that I'm doing that is... It's not picking up properly that loose man just behind the wall, but... Anyway, King with a cross. It's headed away. Can we get to that? The good news here is we're into the 90th minute and we are 4-1 up on aggregate. We are going to be into the next round. That's a good ball for Lake. Can Lake... oh, good block. Can we get some icing on the cake here late in stoppage time? King's only played a 6.2. He's not had a good day. It hasn't been a stunning second leg from us, to be honest, but oh, that's just over the bar as well. But to be honest, like I say, we won it in the first leg. We didn't need to be brilliant today. We weren't, although to be fair, we did have plenty more shots than them. We were still, actually, we were quite good according to the XG tracker there, weren't we? Maybe just a bit of poor finishing, but well done, boys. That was, well, job done. So we can see all the second leg scores there. A 6-0. Wow, that's quite the second leg for the Czech side there, isn't it? Nantes have gone through comfortably. Olympiacos have been knocked out by another Romanian side, although that Romanian side didn't quite have a good day, did they? Valencia's through as well. AIK have knocked out Feyenoord. That's a bit of a result, I would think. And the New Saints have gone through against Lask Linsk as well. But let's not worry too much about everybody else. We have gone through, which is excellent. We've triumphed over Anderlecht. That's not a bad European scalp, is it? They're not at the top level, but certainly at that second level, they're quite an illustrious European team, I would have thought. But anyway, guys, that's that for the first game. We are going to have, I believe, the draw for the Europa Conference League second knockout round. So we'll be back for that, and then, of course, our game against Linfield. Okay, welcome back. It is time for the Europa Conference League second knockout round draw. Now, we're going to get an idea. This is everybody that's coming in. All the group winners will drop down, and we'll see exactly where we stand. So, Arsenal, Wolfsburg, Real Betis. That doesn't bode well, does it? I don't think we're going to win it this year. Red Star, Ludogorets, Rosenborg, AEK Athens, Sofia, CSKA Sofia. Then we've got Valencia, Krasnodar, ourselves. So we're right up there in the seedings, aren't we? AZ Alkmaar, FC Nantes, the New Saints, that team from Romania I can't say, and Benik Ostrava. Let's go with that. So there's, well, you could get someone like this, although Benik Ostrava did put 6 past somebody last tie, didn't they? Or you could get Arsenal. So you'd probably rather have Arsenal. All right, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's see what we can do here. Who is it going to be? First team out is Nantes. I believe it's an open draw. I don't think there's any sort of seeding. Red Star, they're usually a Wonder Kid factory, so they get Krasnodar. The New Saints, I wouldn't mind playing the New Saints. Oh, they get Real Betis, so that's one of the big teams out. Valencia, if they can get Arsenal for us. No, they get Rosenborg, who of course came through the group with us, didn't they? They were our group winners. Arsenal's gone, so that's a bonus. If we can just avoid Wolfsburg now, we'll be doing okay. We're going to get Wolfsburg, aren't we? Here we go. We're at home first leg, which isn't ideal, and we've got CSKA Sofia, and that is a very, very winnable tie for us. Excellent, excellent stuff. So I'd back us to get through that. I really, really would. Now, where have they come from? Were they a group winner, or were they? So they were a group winner. Group H. They came through with Red Star. So they're obviously no mugs. Royal Antwerp as well. Key player. Let's have a look here. It's Ali Sowe, or however you say that. A 35-year-old. He's got a good jumping reach, but I think we just about take that, wouldn't we, as a key player? So let me know what you think in the comments. I think we could be going to the quarterfinals. All right, let's go play Linfield. So ahead of this one, we need just 1 point to break a club record for most points in a season. It has been a wonderful season for us, and I think this just about backs it up. Now, of course, we haven't, well, not of course, but we haven't beaten them in 20 outings. So let's not maybe hold our breath about it, but it's our last home game against them of the year. We should be away against them in the split, I would imagine, having played. This will be our second home game against them. We drew them last time we played them at home. If we can draw them now, 6 points up with, 6 games to play, and only one of those against Linfield, that would be a good place to be, wouldn't it? Let's have a look and see what we're doing here. Now, we're expecting a 4-4-2 from them. We haven't seen that from them before, which gives us a slightly different challenge. I'm basically approaching this the way I would approach Glentoran, tactically anyway, when they play 4-4-2 against us. So it's going to be Zianetti in goal. It is, actually, I did want to make one change here, because we do have a bit of a break between this game and the next game is actually our game in Europe, but there's a free week. So we've got about 10 days off after this. So it's Zianetti in goal. It's Robin, Gribben, Simpson and Hill. It's Napoleon and Al Amin comes in for this one. It's Masson. We want that little bit of extra width, I think, against them. So he's going to play as a winger as opposed to King as an inverted winger, sorry. Armstrong and Fisher with McDade in for the league up top. Let's, of course, remember he needs 42 goals to get the league record. He currently has 33. He needs 9 more. Let's hope he can get at least 3 of them here. Okay, so we can see the team sheet. Lavery is playing again. Now, when we played them last time at their place, we were, I thought, quite unlucky. We got done by 2 penalties. What do we want to say? We expect a win. Standings have Linfield in second. We're in first. Let's show them why. I think I can get on board with that. We've got a complacent-looking Fisher. Now, he is still, of course, a little bit unhappy at the club. I'm hoping that will change soonish. But we'll wait and see. Now, Lavery has scored 29 goals in 28 games against us. He absolutely destroys us when he plays. And unfortunately for us, we can see that he is playing. So, yeah, let's hope we can keep him quiet here. Now, when we played them last time, we played sort of an attacking 4-4-2. They weren't playing 4-4-2 in that one. So the reason that we've kind of changed what sort of worked in that one, I think it was general consensus, I think, that we got mugged off a little bit, is because they've changed the way they're playing. So like I say, the thought here tactically is to play them the same way that we played against Glentoran. They're playing a 4-4-2 gegenpress, which is what Glentoran play. Certainly what they used to play anyway. So that's what we're thinking of doing here. We've got a corner to defend. Can we get that away? Easy for Zianetti. Now, that's not the highlight. What are we going to do here? We get it forward early. Masson can't get onto that. And is Linfield going to come back the other way? I was very tempted to go more defensively minded here. Look at that. Hill. Absolutely calmness personified. Armstrong gets it early. Oh, here we go. And for McDade. Can he find a finish? Aaron McDade. It's a tight angle and the goalkeeper has it covered. But that's the thing with McDade. You can spring him in behind. He can head the ball in the back of the net. He's just a wonderful player to have up there. Oh, it's gone in and it's McDade at the back post. A 39th of the season. A 34th in the league. And it didn't look possible to head that in. I thought that was getting headed away, but that's silly me. McDade, you just don't beat him in the air. And it is 1-0. And they need 2 now to realistically keep this title race alive. Of course, they're more than capable of doing that. And we did go... Oh, look at that. Robin wins it back. Forward for McDade. Can't quite get there. We did, of course, go ahead, didn't we, against them in the last game. And they scored 2 penalties to get back level with us. McDade spreads it wide for Masson. Providing that width. That's what we're wanting to do now. Can he get the cross in for McDade to get a second? He pulls it back. It's Hill. Hill for Armstrong. Armstrong! It didn't look a mile away, did it? Did not look a mile away. We've got overconfident players and we've also got nervous players. So we've got the full spectrum of mental well-beings out there. Can Napoleon get a tackle in here for us? No, he can't. He's sticking to him. He's making life difficult for him. Simpson goes out to try and close down Wilson. Oh, it's a good tackle, is it, from Hill? Hill is, and he hasn't given away a penalty there. Hill is absolutely... Someone get that man out of his back pocket for him. Napoleon with a free kick. It's a good ball in. It's headed away. Are we going to get a second crack at this? Armstrong does brilliantly. Napoleon for Fisher. Back to McDade. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a penalty. And McDade with a chance now. That looked a slightly harsh. Send him off, ref. It was disgusting. He's going to send him off. Well, this could be absolutely massive. If McDade can stick this away, we'll be 2-0 up with a man advantage. McDade... He does stick it away. He's got 2. And against 10, 40 goals this season. And against 10 men, a chance to go on with it. Let's give them some more praise. And this could be, and let's not jinx it, but this could be 9 points clear. And surely we can get the title celebrations underway. So they've gone to a 4-3-2 formation. They've still got the 2 men up top. But we should be able to, surely... dominate midfield here. I'm actually tempted to drop Armstrong back in so we have a 3 as well and just try and choke the game out. But to be honest, we'll keep going for it, I think. All right, we've got to say don't get complacent, boys. There are men down. Don't let your performance levels drop. We'll pump our fists. We'll say we have faith in them. And is this the changing of the guard? We're 45 minutes away from a potential changing of the guard. Let's keep giving them praise. Who's not playing well? Masson isn't having a great game. Armstrong, Fisher, none of them are having fantastic games, but I think it's a little bit of a case of, as long as they're not tied, and Armstrong is a little tied, we just kind of keep going here. One thing we could do is push Napoleon up if we want to take Armstrong off and get somebody else a little bit deeper in midfield. Fisher's done really well. Can he pull it back? McDade is there. McDade for the hat-trick. It's not there. Masson. It's blocked behind for the corner. Napoleon will trot over. Can he find McDade for the hat-trick? Napoleon goes right into the mixer and the goalkeeper is there. Come on, McDade, get a hat-trick, mate. If he can get a hat-trick here, then he's, well, really closing in on that record, isn't he? Masson should get... Look, they got no one forward. We've actually got too many men back, but I think we'd rather be safe than sorry on that one. Hill comes forward. Hill has been absolutely superb. Fisher sticks away, and it's 3-0. It's a 20th for Kyle Fisher of the year. And, well, we're going to win the title, aren't we? We're 3-0 up against Linfield. And, yes, it's against 10 men, and... The red card, if I'm honest, it must have been, and to be honest, I wasn't looking that closely. It must have been a dangerous tackle because if it was a foul, it certainly wasn't. You know, it's in the box. It's not a red card just by the rule change. It's a yellow card, isn't it? It's a yellow card and a penalty. So it must have been dangerous play. And I wonder if we can keep a clean sheet with Lavery on the field. That would be something nice, wouldn't it? So maybe, for once, Hill has been beaten. Gribben goes across the cover. It's a cracking finish, and let's put that champagne away because it's not quite done yet. 3-1. And, Hill just couldn't quite get to it. And to be honest, it's a belting finish, isn't it? In off the crossbar. And 3-1 it is. We need to make changes. Napoleon over a free kick. Napoleon! Oh, tell you what. What an effort that was. Goalkeeper did well to keep it out. Napoleon now with the corner. Cross comes in, headed away. Masson will pick it up. Can he get a cross back in? He goes out to Napoleon. He stayed on side, has he? No, he hasn't. All right, Armstrong is looking quite tired out there. So what we will do, we'll bring McGreevy on for him. And we'll switch those two around. That's absolutely fine. Masson isn't having a great game. I wonder, we could go with Fisher as an inverted winger out there. Simpson gets it forward to nobody really. Now what we don't want is for them to get a second, having thought we were going to win. I mean, they were against 10 men here, so we've got to be a little bit careful not to inflict embarrassment on ourselves. Another ball forward. Napoleon picks it up. And let's see what he can do. Looking for McDade, it's headed away. I wonder if we want to slow it down a little bit. But equally, I mean, we're against 10 men. Let's ping it around. There we go for McDade. This is for the hat-trick. McDade goes for the dink. Oh, the goalkeeper has robbed him. It was a wonderful attempted finish from McDade, and the keeper's done really, really well. This is a high-quality game of football for Northern Ireland, isn't it? Goalkeeper gets to that. And we go again. Napoleon. Surely another goal now will do it. It's gone in. It's Aaron McDade. He does have a hat-trick. He's popping up. How many McDades are on the field? It's 4-1, and that now should be that. We'll give them some praise. McDade has himself a hat-trick against Linfield. He's run a mile. He's run an absolute mile to get there. He's hit it on the volley. And it is 4-1. Chambers for Napoleon. We can probably get on board with that, to be honest. And, I'm absolutely speechless. 4-1, yes, against 10 men, but it's 10 men Linfield, and who doesn't enjoy that? And I'm going to say that is one hand on the trophy. We are 9 points clear. McDade now going for that league goal-scoring record. He's got to be every chance of that as well. We've got to say don't get complacent. No, do we say we've got to be better against better opposition? That would... That's rubbing it in. No, boys, don't get complacent, please. So there it is, 9 points clear, I believe 6 games to play. It's a wonderful position to be in. A cagey press conference from Moulin, and look at that, a hat-trick for McDade. Now again, the record is 41. With that hat-trick, McDade goes to 36 from 22 games. He needs, and my maths isn't great, but he needs 6 goals, doesn't he, between now and the end of the year. I mean, he could end up with more goals than games played yet. In his Linfield career, in his career with us, which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. McDade, what a legend. All right, guys, well, that will do it for today. That has gone as well as we could have hoped, isn't it? All the way down even to the draw for the Europa Conference League. If you've enjoyed it, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. We'll be back next time. We've got a little bit of an awkward situation here now, where we've got the Sofia game, and then we've got the final against Clyde, and then we've got the second leg against Sofia. There's a part of me that thinks we'll play the first leg off camera, come back for the Caramel Wafer Cup final, and then the second leg. But then there's another part of me that thinks we might be able to get the first leg done and dusted, and then there might be no need to come back for the second leg. But I'll have a think about that over the weekend now if you're watching live, and we'll see what's the best way to do it. Could we even do a triple header? That might get a little bit long though, mightn't it? But anyway, let's just let me know what you think in the comments. Are we going to win the league from here? Surely we are. Take care.